Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris. Let's dive in. I'm with Colton today. Hello, Colton.
Hey, Boris. Welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. So yeah, let's dive right into it, Boris. What is Uniswap, and can you kind of give us a little dive into the project?
All right. So Uniswap, it is the largest decentralized exchange operating on the Ethereum blockchain. And why are they getting so popular? Where we saw what happened with FTX. We might have some more coming down the pipe. Gate.io doesn't look very good. There are lots of bad stories coming out of Gate. So if you have money there, I would strongly suggest that you take measures right now to actually take most of your money out of there. A lot of bad stories on crypto.com and others that are in danger, immediate danger with liquidity problems. So Uniswap, totally different. Those guys, FTX, even Binance, which they're not in trouble right now, but who knows in this crazy market. But Gate.io, Crypto.com, all those guys, they're centralized exchanges. Uniswap, the opposite. They are decentralized exchange. So we're going to study all this thing today and their coin and also what they provide. But basically, it works completely differently. There is no intermediate between you and the coins. It's almost like exchanging directly from people to people. You connect your wallet, your own secured wallet that no one can touch. And using that wallet, you can swap coins. And you can say, I have some USDT and I want to swap them for Cosmos, or I want to swap them for Polkadot. So directly from your secured wallet, you are swapping against other coins that you want to buy. So that's where it's so different than a centralized exchange. Centralized exchange, you send a wire transfer, let's say $10,000, change it into a stable coin like BUSD or USDT, and then you use that money and you buy different coins. The problem with that is people tend to leave all that money onto the exchange. It becomes very dangerous, especially after a while when you accumulate more and more coins and you send more and more money. So basically, we have what's called automated market makers. It's a very different model, and users actually supply, Ethereum's tokens that are used for gas fees, for basically the cost of exchanging those coins. And you have, the liquidity pools, which is provided by different users. Because obviously, if you go to Uniswap and you want to buy some Polkadot, well, when they open Uniswap, there were no Polkadots on the exchange. Somebody had to bring those in to make them available so that you can actually buy some. So you have people that are bringing liquidity to the system, and they get rewarded. So we're going to look a little bit into this. They have the UNI, which is the name of their token, which is used for governance. It was launched back in September 2020, and they did it in a very unusual way. They did what's called a retrospective airdrop, meaning they had looked at the users that used the service previously, because they opened really in 2018. And they actually rewarded all those people and said, we're going to give you some tokens. So they distributed a whole bunch of tokens. The Uniswap, they participate in governance to make key decisions on what future upgrades should be. They are self-governing. We do, basically it's the community that's in charge of Uniswap. There is no CEO, there is no people that are making big decisions like you have in centralized exchanges. So it's completely different. And the last thing, very important, they're global and they are permissionless, meaning that global, they are fully distributed worldwide, not very impossible virtually to shut them down. And we've seen it in Canada. It was funny. The Canadian government asked, and I don't know if it was Uniswap, another DEX, another decentralized exchange, whenever there was the whole thing with the truck drivers strike, and people were trying to support them and sending money, and they were doing it through Uniswap or other DEX. And then the government asked one of the DEXs, like, hey, stop it, shut it down. And they're like, you're barking at the wrong tree. We're a decentralized exchange. We cannot stop operations. It's distributed worldwide. There is no centralized office. There's no one you can call. There's no customer service or something like this. It's a community and it's distributed in every country, So even if you were to physically cut out the servers that we have in Canada, people will still connect to all the other nodes worldwide. You can't stop us, basically, was the message. So it's, and the last thing that's very important, it's very easy to use, and you don't really have any account sign up or any personal detail required. So it is, pretty anonymous. But it's exactly like if you and I, Colton, were in the streets or we're friends living in the same city, and I have some gold coins and they're worth $1,000. I go to your house and you say, hey, I want to buy those from you. Here's $1,000, and I give you the gold coin, you give me the money. That's it. It's just between us. There was no intermediary person. No one knows about this, and that's it. That's the way a lot of things are done these days. When you sell your TV or an old computer or your old iPhone because you want to buy a new one and you sell it to a neighbor, no one knows about this transaction either. It's just, I just sold my iPhone 10 to my neighbor for $300. That's just between you and the neighbor. That's pretty much how DEX, operate.
Thank you, Boris. Thank you for the information. Now, can you kind of dive into their history and performance for us?
Sure. So we'll go real quick because it's a lot of information. But basically, Vitalik Buterin, who's one of the co-creators of Ethereum, had the idea. He's the one. He proposed that idea to the community and say, what we should have is a decentralized exchange where it's on-chain, automated market makers, etc., where people could exchange their coins. So he came up with roughly the idea at first. He proposed that idea. About a year later, in 2017, Aidan Adams, started working on this to make it an actual product. And they actually got $100,000 from the Ethereum Foundation back in November 2018, and they launched. 6 months after launching, they had a fundraise that was led by Paradigm, which is basically a big digital asset investment firm. And they did basically what's called a seeding round, to launch the whole thing. So by the end of 2018, they got more injection of money. By December 2020, they released the UNI token, which is the Uniswap token. But like we said, there was no ICO or any token sale. What they did is they airdropped basically 400 UNI tokens to 250,000 Ethereum addresses that used Uniswap before, which at the time it was worth $1,400, so pretty nice amount of money for being a customer. You see, that's the difference between DEX, I guess, and centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges, they keep your money, they play with it, and then you're left holding the bag when shit hits the fan. Whereas here, DEXs, they reward you and you have literally zero risk because you are trading directly from your Metamask or from your wallet, your cold hot wallet, whatever. They're compatible with a lot of different technologies. They can connect to most wallets, and you do directly exchange from your wallets, so much safer. So they distributed all this, and very important to know on the tokenomics, we're talking about 1 billion UNI tokens. That's the total supply. The current supply is 753 million that have already been distributed. They're going to keep on distributing all the way through 2024. And after that, there'll be a perpetual inflation rate of 2% per year. And that money will be used for contribution, to Uniswap to pay for, expenses and a few other different things. Like I said, they had raised that 100 grand in August 2018, and then they got $1.8 million in the seed run done by Paradigm. The current distribution, or the initial distribution, was 60% that was given to the community. So already community has a major stake in the whole thing. 21% was given to the actual team that develops the product, 18% given to the investors, and a little bit over 0.5% to some special advisors. They're currently sitting on a 4.2 billion market cap, so they sit at very high. They are number 16 in the ranking, on CoinGecko. Currently, their price is $6.33. Very interesting, because they actually have been going up when the rest of the market has been dumping. Of course, DEXs are becoming the flavor of the day. Their all-time high was back in May 2021. They had reached almost $45. Their all-time low was just a few months prior in September 2020, when they were only sitting at $1.03. In the recent high and lows, their recent high was $12.48 in March 31st, 2022. And then they had their cycle low recently that was $3.38 in June 14th, 2022. So they've almost doubled since June in price, which is pretty nice return.
Okay, thank you for that information, Boris. Can you now dive into the latest news and development of Uniswap?
Yes. Blockworks.co, they released an article, a paper actually, about 2 weeks ago. They said 97% of tokens on Uniswap, are they really rug pulls? And their whole article got completely misinterpreted. People said, oh yeah, look at it, it's decentralized exchange, it's just a bunch of rug pulls that they're selling. And one of the PhD actually, who came up, said that his research was to show that potentially artificial intelligence, AI, could very easily and very quickly detect scam tokens that are sometimes, of course, offers on DEX. It would detect them and it would warn people. But he said, yeah, you misused the information that we came up with. We never intended to say that Uniswap is just a bunch of rug pulls being sold there. First of all, you should always know that on the DEX, you can buy all the major coins. If you want to buy Polkadot or Atom or, whatever, any major things, XRP, whatever. Of course, they also offer tokens that sometimes are very new and you don't know where they're from, but it's also the investor responsibility to buy good coins. Don't buy shit coins that you have no idea, or they're brand new, or they are stuff that have no history. You don't know if the project is still going to be alive 3 months from now. It's not the fault of the DEX, but this article was mainly talking about, hey, we could have a technology that would red flag those very, very quickly, so we would avoid people falling for those potential scams. So that's what the article was really about. Also on cryptodaily.co.uk, they're saying that there are 3 altcoins that will pump soon. They're saying Orbion Protocol, Uniswap, and Gnosis. And what's funny about this, they said they expect those to pump at any time now, but they've already started to. Binance is now staking 13.2 million UNI tokens. So they have a pretty good stake because they're the second largest vote holder. Also, very important, last month, Uniswap raised a whopping $165 million from new investors because they're trying to shift also to NFT and Web3. So they did what's called a Series B in funding. Usually you have seeding money, then you have, when you start growing, you have a Series A, then a Series B, and then C, and then you go down the ladders as you do more rounds if you need to. Sometimes you can stop at a Series B or Series C. So they got all that money from who? From Polychain Capital Foundation, which is an existing, which is a new investor, but also from an existing investor such as Andreessen Horowitz. They got money from Paradigm, Variant, SV Angels. I mean, they got, $165 million. So that's a pretty nice chunk of change, especially in this bear market type of environment. Now, the one thing that was said, and I tend to agree with that, is like, hey, they said on Twitter, we're going to bring Web3 to everyone. And some people are like, well, this is pretty cool, but what does that really mean? And yeah, it's a little vague, to say we're going to bring Web3 to everyone pretty soon. But I think that they've demonstrated that they can deliver and that they can grow and they can do a whole bunch of things. So I'm sure they're going to put that money to good use. The DEXs in general, whether we're talking Uniswap or Cake, or some of the others, they've gone up by leaps and bounds. Because if we go back and we look at either Cake, that's doing pretty well given the current market conditions, or Uniswap, who's been also going up. I mean, mind you that if you are looking at their 30-day, they're up 4.5%. If we go look at, let's say, Bitcoin, over 30 days, they are down almost 11%. Delta of about 15%. So given the current market condition, yes, I think that the DEXs are doing fairly well. And they might do even better because of the fact that people are getting scared of centralized exchanges. I think people are going to be embracing a lot more the decentralized exchanges where you trade directly from your wallet, whether hot wallet or cold wallet. November 10th, very recently, they had a value at 550. So you see today we're sitting, like we were saying, at like 633. Almost 20% up. So their performance in short term is pretty good. So as we saw right now, even Binance, they were looking to acquire FTX. We saw that whole drama unfold before our eyes. But now every centralized exchange is rushing to say we need to do proof of reserve audits, proving to the people, hey, you are sending money to us, but hey, we have reserves. We're not going to go out of business, etc., etc. DEXs don't have to do any of that because it's a direct exchange. And that's the one thing that makes the most sense anyway. Could it be the end of centralized exchanges? Maybe not immediately, but I think that DEXs are going to start taking a pretty good slice of exchanges because people are tired of losing their money to Celsius, Voyager, FTX, Vault. I mean, the list goes on. And God knows with all the FTX disaster, how many more exchanges have some of their money stuck on FTX that we won't know if they're going to be able to get it back. And then eventually we're going to hear even BlockFi the other day just also announced, that's it, cannot withdraw anymore. So funds are blocked. Again, one more domino to fall, and God knows if not going to have more dominoes falling. Just to sum up, DEXs, they are a better options because they encourage, you do self-custody. That's it. That's what DEXs are. So we're gonna see them grow. PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Sushi, 1inch. There's a bunch of options out there. They usually sit on a different, PancakeSwap, that's the Binance blockchain. Uniswap, they're sitting on Ethereum. So everyone, chooses, they have different blockchains, and that's where they're a little bit unique, each one of them, but they pretty much all work the same way. You connect your wallet and then you just swap them, exchange them.
Thank you for all that information, Boris. Now can we kind of change gears, and can you kind of let us know how we're supposed to stake Uniswap, and can we even stake Uniswap?
Well, it's a slightly different form the way they work. So like we said, they are fully decentralized. They're not owned or operated by one single company or entity. So they have what's called automated liquidity protocol. And that's how you get rewarded, is you provide liquidity to the whole system. So it's not exactly staking. It works a little bit like staking, but it's slightly different. So we've gone into a few steps to really go quickly on how to do it. You're going to be potentially a liquidity provider, and you can do a few different things. There are usually two different cryptocurrencies that you allow traders to trade in and out. Those are called pools. And very often, if you want to provide, let's say, liquidity for Polkadot, you're going to provide some maybe USDT and some Polkadot. And out of this, there's going to be exchanges. They're going to be used basically, to do some liquidity. Now, Uniswap runs on smart contracts, and you do two different types of contracts. You have factory contracts and you have exchange contracts. Now, the exchange contracts, that's to facilitate the token swap. So from one coin to another. And then you have factory contracts. Those are used to feature new tokens onto the platform. So the way it works is if you want to stake specifically, the Uniswap token, you can also provide liquidity to the liquidity pools to for other tokens and get rewarded. Now, those could be a little, there are some risks. We're talking DeFi here, and there is always some risks. So be very mindful of this. Sometimes might be better and safer not to participate in those liquidity pools, because at least you don't play, but you don't lose. But if you want to stake the Uniswap, first, you're going to need some Ethereum because that's going to be your gas fee. So you need to get some Ethereum, and you need a wallet that is a Metamask, for instance. There are other wallets that are compatible that you could do it from, but a lot of people use Metamask, and you can download Metamask on your phone. You can do it on your computer. Then that's step one. Step two, you buy some Ethereum. You're going to need it for the gas fees. Step three, you go to the portal of Uniswap, and looks something like this. So that's the Uniswap. You see, whenever you want to be swapping token, it's very easy. You choose, what you want to swap from into. You say, okay, USDT, and I want to buy some Aave. I like Aave. Or I want to buy some Gala, which we reviewed not too long ago. So of course you have to connect your wallet. I don't have a wallet connected right now, but if I did, it would show me how many I have in USDT, and I could edit the amount. They would tell me how many Gala I would get. Then I can click on swap. Boom, it's done, and it's recorded directly onto my wallet, and it would give me a little fee. It would say like, okay, it's going to cost you, let's say, I don't know, $1.50, $2 in Ethereum gas fees. And then I could also go to the pools and provide liquidity, etc., etc. So that's very simple, simple interface. And you do a few different things that you can swap or provide liquidity to the different pools. So that's how things would get done. And then what's in everybody's mind. Now, of course, the Ethereum that you need to get originally, how do you get started? Because you might not have any Ethereum when you first get started. So, of course, you would go to Binance, buy it on the centralized exchange, then put it on your Metamask, transfer from Binance to your Metamask, and then you can start. And after that, you probably rarely need a centralized exchange.
Yes, sir.
How much would you earn? That's very easy. The answer is 7%, for 12 months. So if you stake $1,000, you get $70 of interest. And they have actually a calculator, very easy to use, that will show you how much you'll make on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, etc., etc. So that's pretty much how everything works with Uniswap. If you want to stake, even though it's more providing liquidity to the protocol.
Yes, sir. I appreciate all that information, Boris. Can you now kind of dive into the price prediction and let us know where you see Uniswap in the years to come?
So on Uniswap, we have a little bit more time. We've had time to see how it could run and then how much it could fall back, etc., etc. So it's a little bit easier than some of the other coins we did recently to do some price predictions, even though no one has a crystal ball. Those are best guesses. And they are guesses, but based on history and what it can do. So currently we're sitting at 630. Probably double by next year, around $13, $12, somewhere around those. By 2025, we could go around the $20 mark. By 27, it could go around the 30, 40 mark. And then by 2030, the year 2030, 8 years from now we're talking some nice money, about $82 and maybe a max of maybe $130, $140. So $82 would already be more than a 12x from here. So pretty nice return. Once again, conservative numbers, because 82 is it's double the whole time high that we've had in 2021. If we have a very good bull run, which there was some research that was done that I looked at that was very interesting by guys that seem to know what they're doing and have really spent a lot of time researching it. They are a big investment firm. They are looking at, by 2025, they're looking at Bitcoin at $150,000. So about 10x from here. If Bitcoin 10x's by 2025, so 3 years from now, if they 10x, Uniswap is going to more than 10x. That's almost for certain, because they have more room to grow. Now, they may not do 100x, but they might do 15 or 20x. So if these guys are correct, which I don't know if they are, only time will tell. But there is a good chance that the numbers we're showing here might be conservative. But remember also one thing, everybody, is all this could go down to zero.
Yep.
Very risky. This is crypto, so be extremely careful. Don't bet the rent money or the food money on it. We don't know about time frames. Time frames can change. This is what we see for right now where we could be going, but it's a moving target, constantly moving.
Yes.
but that's our best guess as of right now, and the best guess from Cryptopolitan, Price Prediction, and Digital Coin Price. So from 3 different sites.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I do have a quick question, Boris, and I guess for the people who are listening, they probably want to know. You said earlier, there's no one to contact at, Uniswap, if something happened. What if you accidentally sent money to the wrong person, or, your wallet was hacked and someone sent money directly from there? What would happen there, Boris? Can you kind of ease people's minds there with the security protocols and stuff like that?
Sure. No, you can still reach, let's say, support people that are able to help, and let's say you send some money and for some reason it didn't arrive, or there is a problem. There's still support by email, because you have guys that are taking care of technical support. There is a dev team, and they have also the different channels, Discord, etc. Which, by the way, if you go to the website right here, uniswap.org, you can see their Discord at the bottom. So if you want to jump into the Discord, you can, and join this. They also have a GitHub, which allows you to see what's going on, what they're working on, etc., etc. And of course, support at uniswap.org. So if you have a problem, you can write emails. But there's no one that you can call to say, shut down Uniswap.
Yeah,
it's a DEX. It can't happen. No one has that power to shut it down.
No, I just wanted.
But you do have support, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted the people to be aware that there are security protocols, and you can contact someone. Yes, sir. But from my side, Boris, that's all I have for today. Thank you for all the information, but please feel free to add anything else.
Be safe out there. We hear a lot of bad things about different exchanges. Lately, it's been mainly crypto.com and gate.io. And we have seen that when there is smoke, very often there is fire. Celsius, a few days before they shut down withdrawal, everything is fine, we're doing wonderful, but people are like, no, you don't look wonderful. And boom, everything fell apart. Voyager, same story. Volt, same story. FTX, same story. So now we're hearing some stuff. It's just a precaution. Take that money, send it to your Trust Wallet, your Metamask, your Ledger Key, whatever you are using out there. There's no excuse, because first of all, Metamask, Trust, Atomic, all the wallets out there, Exodus, etc., they're all free. So there's no excuse to not put it into a hot wallet. Cold wallet, yes, they cost a little money. Ledger costs money, but we're talking, $60, $70. Now, of course, if you only invested $500 in cryptocurrencies, that may be not, a great investment. But if you have a substantial amount of money, $10,000, $100,000 or more, definitely you should put some of it in cold storage as well, on a Ledger Key, Treasure. Once again, you got choices out there.
And for the people who don't, and for the
do it quickly. Don't wait for the last warnings or the warning that's too late telling you like that's it. Close the doors, or withdrawals are shut down. Nothing you can do anymore. Because unfortunately, when FTX happened, and that's very recent, and BlockFi just happened, there were warning signs a few days before. So thankfully, some people got smart enough and then jumped immediately, moved everything out. Myself, I had a few things left on Gate, and not much, literally peanuts. Maybe a few $1,000, $2,000-$3,000, nothing really big, at least for the investments that I do. But even that, I'm like, man, there's no point in losing $2,000. So those coins, I transfer them to my trust. It just reminded me I hadn't been on to Gate in ages. I almost forgot that I had those coins sitting there. So now, boom, transfer them to trust, and I'm done. So make
and
sure
there are
you
step-by-step. There are
wait.
Yeah, and there are step-by-step videos if you are a little nervous, creating a wallet, setting up a wallet. YouTube, Discord, they're your best friend when it comes to that. And I mean, they're step-by-step, they'll walk you through everything. So don't be alarmed. Don't do what I did. Listen to Boris here. I still know nothing about my Celsius account. So, follow through here. It's a simple step, and it will save you a bunch of headache. And, depending on your size of portfolio, it will save your portfolio too as well.
Perfect. So stay safe out there. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to see you on the next Kryptonite video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.